Today, I put one player on every NBA team back in their prime. For some teams like the Philadelphia 76ers, they'll just see slight upgrades. Tobias Harris is up to an 85 overall. Chris Middleton up to an 88. He's had some recent injuries that have led to his overall going down a bit in 2K. Andre Drummond up to an 86 overall for the Chicago Bulls. I don't know if this is going to save them or anything, but maybe they'll be just a little bit better this season. Marriage legend Tristan Thompson up to a 79 overall. Al Horford up to an 85 for the Boston Celtics, so just adding to this already stacked roster. The Brody up to an 85 for the Clippers. It was a toss-up between upgrading James Harden and Russell Westbrook, but ultimately I went with Russell Westbrook. Russ is only at 81, so it was a much bigger upgrade. I mean, Harden, he's still sitting around at 90. Derrick Rose and Ja Morant in the backcourt. I mean, you talk about bunnies. These guys would be dunking on everybody. Clint Capella back up to an 86 overall for the Atlanta Hawks. Kevin Love back in his prime for the Miami Heat. It was a toss-up between him and Lowry, but usually prime K Love goes real crazy in the simulations, so I had to help out Heat Nation by putting K Love in his prime. Gordon Hayward is back in his prime, but sorry Hornets fans, I mean look at the rest of the roster. John Collins is back in his prime for the Utah Jazz. I'm not going to lie, Kings fans, there really wasn't anybody to upgrade. JaVale McGee went up a couple overalls. Same thing for Knicks fans. I had to upgrade RJ Barrett like +2 because that was his highest overall in 2K. My Glorious King back up to a 99 overall for the Lakers. Prime Joe Ingles is here to carry the Orlando Magic. Prime Seth Curry is here to save the day in Dallas. It's crazy because Prime Ben Simmons was when he was 23 years old. Lob City DeAndre is back. I guess he's going to run the 4 in Denver. It's going to be a bit of a weird fit, but they'll get some more talent on the team. TJ McConnell is back in his prime for the Pacers. CJ back in his prime for the Pelicans. I moved him to the point guard because they had him as a 2 guard on the all-time Blazers roster, but this should help him a little bit. I mean, CJ gets a slight overall boost, I guess. Prime Joe Harris. Hey man, what do y'all know about Prime Dennis Schroeder? 6-man Schroeder. This is before he sold the bag, but hey, this year he's been going crazy for the Toronto Raptors. Maybe he's back at that level that he was at when he was in 6-man of the year conversations on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Victor Oladipo getting injured and not being the same player anymore is one of the saddest stories. I mean, he was a guy who was an all-star level player, and now he just can't stay healthy or stay out there on the floor. It's really unfortunate, but today we'll get to see him hoop for the Houston Rockets. Dougie McBuckets is back in his prime for the Spurs. The Suns get prime Eric Gordon. Prime Davis Bertans is here to lead the Thunder to the playoffs. I like the prime Mike Conley pickup for the Timberwolves. He should be really good for them. Prime Jeremy Grant is here in Portland. He got like a +1 overall boost. There really wasn't anybody to upgrade on this roster, man. Chris Paul being a higher overall than Steph Curry really just doesn't sit right with me. So I slid Curry over to the 2 so that way him and Chris Paul can start. Put Clay at the 3. Draymond's going to run the 4. Wiggs will have to come off the bench. And then Looney will start at the 5. Prime Danilo Gallinari is here to catch some of Jordan Poole's air balls. And that's it for the roster breakdown. Let's get into the simulation. What did I tell y'all about Prime Kevin Love, bro? He's just nice. He won MVP. Victor Wembanyama Rookie of the Year. Andre Drummond 6-man of the year. I moved him to the 4, so he should have started, but whatever. Giannis DPOY and B-Ball Paul, most improved. Ant-Man Clutch Player of the Year. JB Bickerstaff Coach of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. On the All-NBA first team, the only player who we see who's back in their prime is Kevin Love. Bro, I just now realized over 15 rebounds. That is nuts. On the second team, though, we've got Prime Bron putting up great numbers. Chris Paul averaging about 25 points, adding on 11 assists a night. Derrick Rose averaging about 27 points, 9 assists a game. And then you also have Ben Simmons. What? Ben Simmons over 23 points per game is crazy. There he is, the Brody, averaging about 18, 9, and 8 on the season for the Los Angeles Clippers. Chris Paul makes all defense. Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Ben Simmons, and DeAndre Jordan also make all defense. DeAndre averaged a solid double-double playing alongside Jokic. And it looks like the DeAndre and Jokic pairing was great. The Nuggets came in as the #1 seed in the Western Conference. The defending champs add another great big man to the roster and do big things. Golden State, with prime Chris Paul alongside Steph Curry, finished as the 2nd seed. The Los Angeles Lakers, with prime LeBron James, coming 3rd. The Memphis Grizzlies, with the Ja and D Rose backcourt, coming 4th. 5th in the West, you got the Clippers, with Russ and Harden reunited, Paul George and Kawhi as your wing guys. Coming in 6, you got the Pels with prime CJ McCollum putting up great numbers. Out east, it's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers coming in at number 1, prime Tristan Thompson making a huge impact. You've also got the Miami Heat at 2, MVP K Love. Chicago Bulls coming 3rd. They traded for Joe Ingles, a blockbuster move. Oh yeah, I forgot the Bulls had DeRozan. Yeah, that one's on me. I forgot. I didn't know they would start DeRozan at the 4. That's my fault. New York Knicks coming 4th. The slight little RJ Barrett upgrade must have helped. The Milwaukee Bucks coming 5th. The Chris Middleton upgrade maybe helped out a little bit, but I mean, they're just a good basketball team. And Philadelphia comes in 6th. Yeah, I mean, Tobias Harris getting upgraded. Don't know how much that moves the needle. All right, it's time for round number 1. We're going to simulate and see if there's any game 7s, but otherwise we'll go through these series pretty quickly. And it looks like we do have a game 7 here in the Western Conference. It's going to be between Memphis and the Los Angeles Clippers. Memphis has the backcourt of Ja and D Rose, and the Clippers have the backcourt of Russ and Harden. So this is definitely about to be crazy. Unfortunately, this is the only game 7 we have in round number 1, so hopefully it's a close one. It was not a close one. Clippers end up winning by 20 points in this one. Derrick Rose 32, Ja Morant 20 and 10, but it's not going to be enough. The Norman Powell masterclass, James Harden pitches in 15 points and 17 assists in this one, and the Clippers are going to move on to round number 2. In round 2, the Clippers will be taking on the Denver Nuggets. The defending champs, like I said, add DeAndre Jordan, and they were really good in the regular season. So far, they've been great in the playoffs. Pelicans taking on Golden State in round number 2. We got the Cavs and the Milwaukee Bucks. Neither one of these teams got a huge upgrade as a result of this video, but we'll see who comes out on top because nonetheless, these are great basketball teams. In Miami versus Philly, you've got the current MVP in Kevin Love taking on last season's MVP, Joel Embiid. None of our round 2 series ended up going 7. Denver gentlemen swept the Clippers. The Pelicans surprisingly beat the Warriors in 6. Cleveland beat the Bucks in 6, and the Heat beat the Sixers in 6. So now our conference finals are set. We got the Cavs taking on the Miami Heat. Kevin Love, he's been doing great so far. We'll see if he can make it to the finals in his MVP season. And the Pelicans going to be taking on a very tough Denver Nuggets team. The Pelicans have been the surprise team in this video. They end up gentlemen sweeping the Denver Nuggets. CJ McCollum's on a tear. Apparently that slight boost in overall just made him insane. And Darius Garland is the Eastern Conference MVP. So 2 teams that didn't really get huge upgrades as a result of this video are here in the NBA Finals. So let's get into it. I'm gonna hop in the Simcast and we'll see how this goes. Game 1's going to be a big Cavs win. D. Mitch with 34 points. Zion tried with 34 of his own, but it's not going to be enough. We'll see if the Pels can bounce back in Game 2. Pelicans going to come right back with a big win of their own. Big Z, 28 points. CJ had 15, 8, and 6 in this one. Mobley had 20 and 17. Garland had 21 and 13, but that's not going to be enough. Our series is all tied up at 1 apiece. Very low scoring game here, but the Cleveland Cavaliers will come out on top. 28 points for Darius Garland, and Tristan Thompson pitched in 12 and 11. Cavs have a chance to take a 3-1 lead in Game 4. This has just been a back and forth series. Pelicans going to tie it up at 2 apiece with a 20-point win. CJ McCollum hasn't really had any great games so far for the Pels, but they're all tied up, and this Game 5 would be a great time for CJ to turn it up. CJ turned it down. The Cavs end up winning by 30 points in this one, and CJ McCollum drops 5 points. Come on now, CJ. Pelicans are on the verge of elimination in Game 6. And it looks like the Pelicans will go down, so the Cleveland Cavaliers come out on top, winning the NBA championship due to, of course, the great contributions of Tristan Thompson. Of course he won Finals MVP. No, I'm just kidding. Darius Garland ended up winning it. So we're going to go into the offseason, and we'll let some of these players who are back in their prime change teams as a little added twist to the video. Free agency is wrapped up. The Philadelphia 76ers picked up Pascal Siakam. The Milwaukee Bucks pretty much just stood pat. The Chicago Bulls end up keeping their guys around. Cleveland looking to run it back and win a championship. Boston, they're pretty much the same squad as well. The Clippers end up losing Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard, but they bring in the MVP, Kevin Love, so we'll see if he can just carry this team because Paul George is starting to fall off. D. Rose and Ja stay together in Memphis. The Hawks keep prime Clint Capella. Jimmy Butler and Bam are still here in Miami along with Tyler Hero. They actually picked up Klay Thompson, but they lost their MVP, Kevin Love. The Charlotte Hornets end up picking up an old James Harden for the squad. The Utah Jazz, John Collins apparently is just in beast mode now. He's up to an 89 overall. The Kings are pretty much just the Kings. The Knicks stay the same as well. How did they do this? The Lakers pick up Kawhi Leonard to play alongside Bron. They got him for a little over 12 mil a year. What? That is crazy. The Magic are pretty much just the Magic. The Mavs are garbage outside of Luka and Kyrie. Ben Simmons is experiencing a career resurgence in Brooklyn, and now they brought in Mike Conley as well, so maybe they could make a little noise this year. Denver Nuggets looking to win a chip this year after getting beat by the Pelicans last season. Indiana Pacers are pretty much just the Pacers. Yusuf Nurkic is here, I guess. New Orleans Pelicans looking to make it back to the finals and have a different result this time. The Pistons pick up Victor Oladipo. He's a good addition to a great young team. Maybe he's the piece that at least pushes them into playoff contention this year. The Raptors pick up the Brody, and they got this dude Evan who's really nice as well, so that's cool, I guess. The Rockets are the Rockets. They have so many young players on this team. Oh no, the Spurs lost prime Doug McDermott. Prime Eric Gordon stays with the Phoenix Suns, and they also pick up Buddy Hield for some more shooting. The Thunder pick up NBA draft legend James Wiseman and keep Davis Bertans around. Timberwolves end up losing Mike Conley. Blazers, maybe they could be okay this year. Warriors see Steph Curry regress, so Chris Paul's going to have to carry a little bit more this year. And Gordon Hayward goes from one garbage team to another. All right, let's get into another season. I'm excited. LeBron James wins MVP this season. Evan Wright Foreman wins Rookie of the Year. I was talking about how he was probably going to be pretty nice, and he did some good stuff. Malik Monk, Sixth Man of the Year for the Timberwolves. Evan Mobley, DPOY. And Amen Thompson, Most Improved. Oh my, Ben Simmons, Clutch Player of the Year. I don't think they've seen the film, but he ends up winning Clutch Player of the Year. Numbers are ridiculous for Benjamin. And Taylor Jenkins takes home Coach of the Year for the Memphis Grizzlies. And yeah, now you see our guys, they're starting to take over. Kevin Love continued his dominance with the Clippers. Chris Paul doing big stuff with the Golden State Warriors. And of course, the greatest shooter of all time, Ben Simmons, was doing his thing. On the second team, we see both Ja Morant and Derrick Rose. And on the third team, we don't have any of our prime players. Also, a lot of our guys made all defense. Hey, there's Wemby. He might make it in his rookie year in real life. He is ridiculous, man. Also, there goes Clint Capella. So checking out the standings, it was the Toronto Raptors coming in at number 1 in the East with the Brody. They were number 1. Russ was doing his thing. I thought he might have been closer to a triple-double, but regardless, Russ was good. Then at number 2, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They picked up Tyus Jones. They still got Tristan Thompson. Yeah, this is definitely a good squad. The reigning champs looking to win it again. Philadelphia 76ers, of course they were third. They had Ricky Rubio. Oh my goodness, bro. Why couldn't he do this in that one career reverse video? Look at the shooting numbers, bro. He was knocking down everything in that one video. If you know, you know. I don't even remember what video it was. I just remember he was ridiculous. New York Knicks coming forth, and RJ Barrett getting that little boost in overall. It's really accelerated his career. He's really doing his thing. The Charlotte Hornets coming 5th with James Harden added to the roster, and the Hawks coming 6th, so maybe Clint Capella making a little bit of a difference there in Atlanta. At number 1 in the West, you got the Memphis Grizzlies. They picked up Vooch, Drew Holiday. How did they do this? I mean, sure, I guess. They've got a nice roster. The Los Angeles Lakers with Kawhi Leonard coming 2nd. OKC comes in 3rd. Denver with DeAndre Jordan are 4th. And the Blazers, they end up getting 5th. And the Warriors come in 6th. So some of that regression really hurt the Golden State Warriors. They also lost Clay in free agency. So in round number 1, we've got a Game 7 between Denver and Portland that we're about to check out. I don't know how the Blazers are doing this, but we'll see if they can finish the job here in Game 7. Nuggets will finish the job in Game 7, a 20-point dub. DeAndre Jordan 14 and 18 in this one. Yeah, I don't think the Blazers really had any business going 7 with them, so props to them for even doing that. We've also got the Cavs taking on the Pistons here. I believe the Pistons have Victor Oladipo, but he's coming off the bench for them. The defending champion Cavs are going to come out on top in this one. 30, 19, and 5 from Evan Mobley. 28 and 11 from Darius Garland. 29 from D. Mitch. Yeah, they were just getting a lot from a lot of their guys. And Victor Oladipo, I don't even know, is he getting to play a ton for the Detroit Pistons? Yeah, this just might not have been a great place for him to go in free agency as they have a lot of guards. But anyway, we're going to get started with round number 2. Houston is coming off an upset against the number 1 seed, and they're going to be taking on the Denver Nuggets in round 2. Man, Ja and D Rose lost in the first round. That sucks. We got Lakers versus Warriors, Steph versus Bron, or I guess I should say Bron versus Chris Paul. Toronto taking on the New York Knicks in round number 2. The Brody trying to win an NBA championship. And then we got the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Hawks, defending champs, trying to make it back to the finals. Bro, can we ever get a competitive series? I mean, geez. The Nuggets end up gentlemen sweeping the Houston Rockets. The Lakers beat the Warriors in 6. Toronto beats the Knicks in 5. And the Cavs sweep the Atlanta Hawks. So the conference finals are set. Lakers versus Nuggets, the rivalry. And then we've got the Toronto Raptors taking on the Cavs. I'm trying to see Russ make it to the finals and win a chip. So the Lakers are going to sweep the Nuggets to make it to the finals, and Toronto and Cleveland are tied up at 2 apiece. Come on, Russ. I've picked my team. My team I want to win is the Toronto Raptors. I need you to lock in, Westbrook. That's what I'm talking about, Russ. Getting the dub in game number 5, 24, 7, and 12 in this one. And Darius Garland's 30 is not going to be enough. Raptors 1 game away from the NBA Finals. Finish the job, Westbrook. All right, we're going to game 7. Despite Russ's best efforts, the Cleveland Cavaliers took down the Raptors in game 6. So it's a win or go home situation here. We finally got a close one. It's all tied up with about 2 minutes to go. Cavs have the ball. Darius Garland attacking the basket. He's going to miss. Evan Mobley the rebound. It's going to go back to Garland, and Garland going to bank one home. Kind of a bit of a messy possession there for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but it's going to end in a bucket. Russell Westbrook, come on. We need you to take this one home for the Toronto Raptors. The Brody at the top of the key. Going to get the screen. Russ going to step back. Don't pull the 3. Pass it. There you go. He gives it to Chris Boucher. Now the ball goes over to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder with the shot clock winding down. Going to have to take a shot. Oh no, he's going to give it to Boucher for 3. And Chris Boucher misses the 3-point jumper. Ball's going to go to Darius Garland. Garland running the offense for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's going to work his way to the basket over Russ, and he's going to miss it. But Evan Mobley, another offensive board. And the Cavs are going to take a 4-point lead. Man, the Raptors got to be better on the defensive glass. Still over a minute to go though, and the Raptors definitely have a chance. Russell Westbrook has the ball. It's going to go over to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder gets the screen from Boucher. Boucher on the roll. There you go. Come on, Toronto. I'm rooting for y'all. If you're a Raptors fan watching this video, I'm rooting for the Raptors to get this dub. Darius Garland bringing up the ball. Raptors down by 2. He's defended by Schroeder. Ball's going to go over to Tyus Jones. Jones defended by Russell Westbrook. Come on, Russ. Let's get a steal or something. No. Darius Garland's wide open. Oh my gosh. Come on. We need some better defense out of this team. But Russ, you got to hit a shot for me right here. We need one. We're down by 5. Russ oh my gosh. No. Darius Garland. He's going to pull the 3. Don't do it. Roll off. There you go. Scotty Barnes grabs the rebound. We got to score quick. Barnes bringing up the basketball. We need a 3-pointer. Scotty going to the basket. Out to Westbrook. Westbrook, I don't care, bro. Just pull it. He's attacking the basket now, using way too much time. Russ in the mid-range, gonna give it over to Barnes. Why are we taking so much time? Scotty Barnes gets the screen, and he's gonna pull a leaning 3. Bro, oh my gosh. Come on, Toronto. I wanted to see you win, Russ, but he ends up losing, and the Cavs are going back to the finals. LeBron gonna be facing his former team in the NBA Finals. Here we go, man. LeBron's got a super team in LA. Let's see if the Cavs can beat him to defend their title. So game number 1 is going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Game 2 of the series will go to the Lakers. We're all tied up. I got to get in the simcast for game 3. Kawhi Leonard going to have a big game for the Lakers. LeBron played well. Also, the Lakers got a lot of options, and the Cavs are going to lose game 3. Let's see if they can tie it all up in game 4. Cleveland cannot afford to go down 3-1 here. They're down by 4 points with about a minute 30 to go. Evan Mobley inbounds the ball to Tyus Jones. Jones gives it over to Garland. Darius Garland has the ball at the top of the key. Garland going to get the screen from Jared Allen. Some great defense by Herb Jones. How do you get on the Lakers? And Darius Garland misses the 3-pointer. Kawhi Leonard gives it over to LeBron James. James working his way to the basket on the smaller Mitchell. Floater is good. Lakers will take a 6-point lead here. It's not looking good for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Darius Garland bringing up the basketball. Man, the Lakers defense, look at the players they have out on the floor right now. Their defense is elite. Garland misses a wide open Tyus Jones. He got the ball to him too late, and Jones is going to give it back to him. Darius Garland back to Jones, over to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell is defended by LeBron James. Going to get the screen from Evan Mobley. Bron, oh wow, what a great pass from Donovan Mitchell down to Evan Mobley. Beautiful bounce pass, and it is a 4-point game. Cavs are going to need a quick stop, though. They're going to double LeBron. It's going to go over to Anthony Davis. Davis over to Herb Jones. Jones wide open for three, and he misses it, but they give up an offensive rebound. AD, for some reason, goes back up with it, and now the ball is back in the Cavs' hands. Less than 30 seconds to go. Darius Garland going to give it over to Mobley, and now we've got a 2-point game. Okay, here we go. Cavs are going to foul here because it's 2K. They won't even really try to go for the steal. They're just going to foul quickly. Yeah, that's how it goes in this game. LeBron James stepping up to the line. He's been known to miss a free throw here or there. First free throw for LeBron James is good. Chance to put the Lakers up by 4 points here, make it a 2-possession game, and Bron's gonna knock both down. Cavs use their last timeout. Isaac Okoro on the inbound. It's going to go into Mitchell. Mitchell, the quick three, and he misses it. It's going to be rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron has it, and this game is probably over with unless Bron goes like 0 for 2 or some first free throw for James. Yeah, that's probably game. That was a fun hopping game, though. LeBron had 30 points in this one, and the Cavs are going to go down. Lakers 1 game away from an NBA championship. Will LA be able to finish it in Game 5? No, Cleveland is going to take it. So let's see if they can force Game 7, maybe make this 3-1 comeback happen. Is LeBron about to blow a 3-1 lead to his former team? Uh-oh. Darius Garland 37-13, Mobley 26-13, and we're going to Game 7. Well, LeBron ended up finishing the job in Game 7. He almost had a triple-double. Lakers will win the championship, and that's where I'm going to wrap up the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.